Let's bring in Mick Mulvaney, former director of the Office of Management and Budget. Mick, we just had an outline there of some extraordinary gains in price gains, a rapid surge in inflation. The president and the Federal Reserve think it's just temporary. It's just a temporary spike. What do you think?
Good morning, Stu. It's great to see you back. Great to be here. Yes, a little bit. Certainly the numbers in rental cars, for example, and airline fares, if you look at the data you just put on the screen, that's June over June. And in June of 2020, nobody was renting a car. No one was flying, so the prices were depressed. So to a certain extent, that sort of hides the data. But the larger megatrends are absolutely what you've just talked about, which is the fundamentals are there for inflation across all commodities, all services, all goods. Why? Inflation is a function of the amount of money chasing the number of goods. And the more money you have and the fewer goods and services that you have, the more inflation that you're going to have. So yes, we have temporary restrictions in the supply chain. You might have a temporary boost to demand because of government stimulus and so forth. But that doesn't change the fundamental. And the fundamentals are that there's a lot more money out there that's going to stay out there. And it's harder and harder to bring goods to market, not just because of COVID, which will go away, but because of what this administration is doing in regulatory and tax policy. They're restricting the ability to get goods and service to market. That has nothing to do with COVID, and it is inflationary.
Let's talk about this, because as I see it, if you add together all the spending plans that are on the table, I think you're looking at about $4 to $5. I mean, it's hard to add it up, but it looks like $4 to $5 trillion worth of spending kind of on the table being discussed. Realistically, Mick, how much of that do you think we're actually going to get?
Someplace between that and zero. By the way, that number that you just mentioned is a compromise number. It started as about 6. They are going to spend someplace between $3 and $4 trillion if they can. Keep in mind, Stuart, we talk about reconciliation, and everybody sort of assumes you can reconcile everything that you want to in Washington, D.C. and get around the filibuster. This is simply not true. A lot of infrastructure, for example, is not reconcilable. So you're not going to see it go to that $4, $5, $6 trillion number. But if they can get 3.5 in the low 4s, they're going to do it. Democrats will not allow the COVID crisis to go to waste.
But that would be inflationary, wouldn't it? If you just get $1, $2, $3 trillion, you chuck it all out there. I don't care what your time frame is. Surely that is inflationary.
Yeah, and keep in mind, an ordinary budget, the last budget I wrote for President Trump, for example, was about $1.5 trillion. Yes, the government spends over $4 trillion a year, but what we budget is 1.5. So you're talking about 3, maybe 3.5 times what we spend in a budget in an ordinary year in these special programs that the Democrats are offering. So it's a huge, huge shock to the system. It's all debt. It all goes straight to the money supply, and it's all inflationary.
I wish you had a different answer, but you don't. So I guess we got to take that one. Look, I mean, we're in the middle of a very nice melt up on the stock market. The last thing investors want to hear is this inflation is here and it ain't going away completely. It'll get worse if we spend another $3 trillion. I mean, that's not good news for the market, Mick Mulvaney. Last word to you.
It is if you already own the asset. And that's what I pull my hair out over Democrats. Democrats are punishing the poor, punishing the middle class and the retired with inflation. Inflation actually helps folks who already own assets already because those assets get more valuable. So here again, the Democrats say they're helping the poor and the underprivileged when actually they're doing the exact opposite. And it was the previous administration that was helping people who needed it the most.
Mick Mulvaney, please do not be a stranger to us. We want to see you again real soon and have a great weekend too. Thank you, sir.